It's the last MasterChef quarter-final. And this week's 4 best cooks are back.
I had no idea I would get this far, and I'm just absolutely over the moon that I'm in the quarterfinals.
Once you get a taste of it, you want to have more. I'd love to go further. I'd love to say I'm a MasterChef semi-finalist.
Inside, I feel quite nervous, but I don't tend to show it. I'm quite focused, get on with it, just do the job.
Anything could happen in MasterChef, but I will try my best to cook the best dish in my life. Yeah.
Tonight, they will face just one challenge: to cook an exceptional dish from a brief that will be judged by renowned restaurant critic Grace Dent.
This is it. The last 2 semi-final places up for grabs and 4 extraordinary cooks. So much at stake, so much to fight for. I'm expecting some fantastic dishes. Welcome to a MasterChef quarter-final. That is an achievement in its own right. This is a big day. You are cooking for a place in the semi-finals. This has got a sense of occasion about it. So much so that we have invited a special guest in here to taste your food and help us judge. You were set a brief, and the person who set that brief was restaurant critic Jimmy Famarewa. Jimmy is unwell, and he's not able to come here today, but we've invited somebody else in to take Jimmy's place. The wonderful Grace Dent. Welcome, Grace.
Today's brief is to make something that is inspired by global street food. Street food evokes memories. There has to be a reason that this dish is what you want to show us today.
You are all fighting it out for the last 2 semi-final places of this year's competition. Sadly, 2 of you will be going home. 90 minutes to do delicious. Let's cook.
I eat in the finest restaurants in the world. However, I don't think that you can really get a handle on a country until you eat street food. It's made by somebody who generally loves this item of food and has spent years perfecting making this taco or making this bao. I'm looking for something delicious and memorable that is inspired by global street food. I'm hoping to see and smell and taste things that I haven't seen before.
Jackie is well-travelled, and I think Jackie's food is full of heart. It's no bells and whistles. You don't realise how beautiful it is until you taste it.
I'm very, very taken with this, Jackie.
Oh, thank you.
She cooks world food. She picks bits and pieces up from wherever she travels.
The restaurant, lots of acidity, the balance is perfect.
This seems to me to be a round that she is going to indulge herself in.
I do probably cook a lot of street food at home, but you don't really call it street food. When you come in from work and you kind of push things together, you do it in about 20 minutes. I do a lot of kind of laskas or ramen soup. In that respect, you know, it's... part of our daily living now. I'm cooking a dish which is close to my heart. It's Canadian poutine. It's a national dish of Canada, and my family live there. The last time I had it was sat on some steps after skiing with my grandchildren. It's something that has the fondest, wonderful memories for me. And being a northern lass, I like my chips and gravy.
I don't know what it is.
Poutine is just basically a lovely word for chips and gravy.
I kind of get the principle, but I'm not sure what I'm going to get up there. Tell us exactly how you're going to do it.
In Canada, one of the biggest populations is Chinese, and poutine comes in lots of different varieties now. I'm going to do triple cooked chips, duck shredded, and then duck slices, and then you're going to get that served with the Canadian curd cheese. And then there's going to be gravy and a plum ketchup.
I'm getting duck, plums and cheese with chips.
Yeah.
I sense that Greg is ye of little faith at the moment, but I have true faith in you. It's going to be delicious.
She's merging this Canadian poutine, cheesy gravy chips, with Chinese duck and plum sauce. The duck breast needs to be cooked very well, the skin needs to be crispy. The gravy has to be just thick enough that it actually coats all the chips, but it can't be too thin, otherwise it makes the chips go really soggy.
As a northern woman, I appreciate chips and gravy. I think it's one of the finest dishes known to man. Did I think I was going to get it at MasterChef? No, I did not.
I like Baz. I like his adaptability. In the first round, he gave us something that looked like high-end fine dining.
Love the fact you want to show off so much and you work so hard at it.
Next round, no holds barred comfort food.
This crumble makes me absolutely delighted.
Today needs to be about perfect food, great flavours, great execution. I'm not playing it safe, you know, I'm pushing myself at every point. I am doing sort of Thai street food, tidbits of Thai street food. I worked in travel for 15 years and I was fortunate enough to travel to Thailand several times, and my last trip was actually on my honeymoon. And this brings back really, really nice memories for me. So we're having a chicken satay with a satay sauce, we're having a spring roll with a sweet chili dipping sauce, and we're having my favourite little sweet fried bananas with some honey. I'm going to try and keep it street today. I'm going to try and present it nice, but I'm going to keep it authentic in how it's going to look. I'm going for perfect tens today.
The secret to a great spring roll is the filling is actually quite dry. The outside is crispy, and what makes the whole thing moist is the sweet dipping sauce which goes on the side.
They're closed, they're not broken, they're looking fine.
We have a chicken satay. Baz is marinating in a mixture of red curry paste, some sesame seeds, some coconut milk, and some more spices and garlic. A satay sauce needs to go on the side. That sauce needs to be like a spicy peanut butter. I mean hot and spicy, because there's very few spices in that chicken satay.
There's nowhere to hide. You know what a chicken satay tastes like, you know what a spring roll should taste like, you know what fried banana should taste like, so they're going to know what to look for. Yeah, no pressure.
OK, everybody, you've had 35 minutes. Jo is really ambitious.
She just wants to show us more and more cookery skill each time.
I'm amazed you got it all done.
You obviously have knowledge.
Thank you.
She's a really experienced cook. If she's got a weakness, is that she attempts far too much.
There's certain things that she's putting on a plate which are necessary.
It kind of feels like two different dishes to me.
I think I need to prove to the judges that I can take on board their advice and pare back my dishes. So I've reassessed my dish for today. Because I've cut it down by 50%, this dish.
Now, Grace, you've never met our Jo. Lived in Africa,
Hello,
lived in
Grace.
Cyprus. I want to know where in the world your street food is coming from.
Leeds. So I've been all around the world and back again, and I'm going back to the best street food in the world, fish and chips. The original.
There's no denying it's street food.
Why fish and chips?
When I used to walk home from school and you call it the chippy and have your little street food, you'd eat it outside the chippy with your mates. And it's the first street food I remember eating.
How are you going to do them?
I am going to do my cod poached in butter so it's meltingly soft. And then I'm going to top it with some salt and vinegar scraps. I'll do a nice pea puree and I'm doing like a deconstructed and reconstructed chip. So I'm doing a pomme souffle and then I'm doing a salt and vinegar mash and I'm going to fill the souffle with the mash and then refry them so they're really crispy and then all meltingly soft on the inside.
Like something from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that is.
Jo's given herself a huge amount of work. Butter poached fish, that needs to be poached just nicely. And poaching without the skin on is dangerous because it can fall apart. We are having pomme souffle, thin slices of potato, which when they're cooked in the fryer, puff up. And that then is going to be filled with the mashed potato flavoured with vinegar.
Come on. Puff, 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 puff.
If those pomme souffle don't work, we don't have a chip to go with our fish.
This has taken way longer than I thought it'd. I could have done chips, but a chip's going to get me through to the semi-finals, I don't know. So at this stage, I think I need to push myself that little bit further. Some of these pomme soufflés have worked, some haven't.
You've got half an hour left. Good luck.
Mark, we know, is really inventive, although he takes inspiration from classic dishes.
I have to say, Mark, it is the most stylised, interesting piece of sweet and sour pork I've ever seen in my life. Mark is a fashion designer, and I think you can see that creativity and that flair in his food.
It is reminiscent of a milky tea and biscuits.
I think you may be a cookery genius.
Oh, thank you.
I'm super excited for this challenge. Life is short. You have to embrace the current moment and shine like a diamond.
Mark is doing us crispy fried chicken wings, but he's taking an idea from Korea, fried chicken with cheese. So he's filling it with 3 different types of cheese, mixing those 3 cheeses with sweet corn and putting the whole lot inside.
It's quite time-consuming, but it's definitely worth it when you eat it.
We got some Japanese pickled vegetables. On top of that, we've got 2 sauces. Tonkatsu, which is sharp with soy, but sweet and sticky, and a wasabi mayonnaise, wasabi green horseradish. So we've got this sort of Japanese-Korean mix, which is devised from who knows where, but definitely from Mark's mind.
Normally, we need to air dry the chicken wings overnight, but because we have time limitation, I'm gonna use the hair dryer to dry the chicken wing in a bit. When it comes to food, I love fried chicken. In Korea, cheese and fried chicken is a massive thing. So I'm gonna stuff 3 different cheeses. So we have mozzarella and some cheddar cheese, put some fake burger cheese in it.
What's inspired this?
The inspiration would be like my love of traveling. For Japan, I travel with my friends, and Korea, I travel with my ex, and so...
So you're putting your life on
Exactly, yeah.
Can't say fairer than that.
1 bite for my life, yeah.
OK, everybody, you have just 15 minutes left. 15 minutes.
It's like everything, you think you have a load of time and you just don't.
So I've done my spring rolls. I have marinated, and I've just put these in now. I need to get a timer on. My sautés, 3 to 4 minutes each side. They're good.
I think that everybody today has really thought about what to do and how they can make it MasterChef.
Do you need a blow dry?
They're going to look beautiful. There's some true genius happening today and real flavours and textures and technique that are coming from the heart, and you can't see it. That's exactly what I wanted.
I've only got 4 of the little souffle. I'm going to stuff them ones, and then I'm going to serve some separate mash on the plate as well.
5 minutes. Please, you 4, 5 minutes.
I've got to fry my bananas. I just need to work like the wind now.
I wish I could make it more pretty.
That's it. Stop. Time's up. Stop.
It looks all right. It looks the part. Let's hope it tastes the part.
It's not quite turned out as I planned.
Baz, do come up here, please.
Recruitment consultant Baz has made a trio of Thai street foods. Spiced marinated chicken with satay sauce, pork and vegetable spring rolls served with a sweet chili dipping sauce, and crispy batter fried bananas with sesame seeds and honey.
I have seen all of these things before, and you've presented them and made them look very beautiful. I'm very happy with the spring roll. The thing that really elevates it, though, is that sauce. Because it's sweet and it's a little sour, but it has a real hit of chili, and I love that. Not massively keen on the satay. It just isn't peanutty enough, but what I would say, I do like the marinade. I think that is really good. I've never met a fried banana that I didn't like, and I feel the same about that one.
If that's chicken breast, I think you've done amazingly well with that. That's so moist, I thought it was thighs. Now, I'm not a fan of bananas in a dessert because bananas are already sweet, yet this I love. And I'm really happy dipping that into honey.
My favourite is your spring roll. The other two I find a bit safe. Your satay sauce, you haven't roasted the peanuts. That means that the peanuts have been lost and there's not very much heat in that at all. I love the crispy outside of the bananas. Honey, I find it very, very strong. But you've done some good work.
I'm really pleased with how it turned out, actually. John thought it was a bit safe. I thought it would be fine. I certainly didn't feel unambitious when I was running around, or lacking ambition when I was sprinting from fryer to my workstation.
Retired schoolteacher Joe is serving fish and chips. Butter poached cod loin topped with salt and vinegar battered scraps, pomme souffle filled with salt and vinegar mash, extra vinegar mash, pea puree, and a warm tartar sauce.
The pomme souffle, you were obviously meant to have more than one each. However, I struggled with them. A lot of them didn't work.
Joe, I can tell you're devastated. I'm not going to criticise you for having ambition. I think the fish is delicious. I love the scraps. I love the pea puree. I had one pomme souffle. It was lovely. I would have liked 20 more, but it didn't work today. Don't be devastated. Be proud of the bits that did go right.
Thank you.
Your fish, you finished it with butter, and that's cooked well. I've got a scoop of the mashed potato here, and you've only lightly vinegared it. It's not making your eyes water. It's really nice. We've got a problem with the tartar sauce. It's not a mayonnaise. And what I've got here is gherkin and egg.
Yep.
Ah, Joe.
You try to enter the world of posh and take fish and chips to a posher world. You do know yourself, though, that the things aren't perfect on this plate.
I know.
But I do really, really love that potato. I love your ambition. I love that you kept on going and you kept on just really trying hard.
With hindsight, it was the wrong dish to do, and it hasn't worked, but Grace was really complimentary. She was very, very sweet about it all, bless us.
Retired NHS worker Jackie's street food is inspired by Canadian poutine. Pan-roasted duck breast on triple-cooked chips and crispy duck leg, topped with Canadian cheese curd and crispy shallots, served with pickled cucumber, plum ketchup and a duck gravy.
I love what you've done with the chips. They feel like every single individual one is the world's best roast potato. I love the duck, but I especially love the duck leg underneath. I love the plum sauce. There's a depth in there that you're always looking for in gravy. It's just really the greatest poutine that I've ever had.
Perfect duck breast. The skin on the outside and the fat is rendered. It's really crispy and it's beautifully pink. We have beautifully crispy chips. You have some bits of cucumber here with dill, which I find divine, but I just don't get it in any way.
I think that Greg still is maybe puzzled by the entire process.
However, I do appreciate the quality of your cookery.
What I do like about this is the amount of work you did. I think it's well seasoned, and I think it's adventurous and fun.
It's so nice to get, you know, a critic eat your food and say she'd eat it and it was the best poutine she's ever had. I was like, oh my gosh.
Finally, it's fashion designer Mark, whose Korean-inspired deep-fried chicken wings are stuffed with sweet corn, cheddar, mozzarella and burger cheese, served with Japanese-style pickled daikon radish and carrots, wasabi mayonnaise and tonkatsu, a Japanese vegetable sweet and sticky sauce.
I think it's really clever. I really like it. I like the fact I've got salty cheese inside my chicken wings and the sweet corn and the cheese together is really, really delicious. You've got two different sauces on the plate, one which is very, very sweet, one which is quite hot, and the sharpness of the pickle is crazy.
Mark, it's okay to cry.
Very emotional, I know.
Yeah.
Lots of hard work going in here.
Yes.
I think it's a really inventive, very clever dish. I feel bad now, I made you cry.
I know why you're crying. It's like all of the nerves have lifted and now you're just overcome with emotions. I think that all these different elements on a plate, there's like a great eccentricity and energy to the way that you cook. And it makes me feel like I've been around the world and that's what you're meant to do.
Thank you so much.
I don't get a great deal of cheese. However, crispy coating on the chicken, soft chicken underneath. I'm loving the two sauces together. Look, I'm only supposed to be tasting and I've nibbled my way through nearly all three of the chicken wings.
Yeah, I just couldn't control my emotion.
Really good feedback.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but I just, yeah, explode. Yeah.
What do you think of the standard of our quarterfinalists, Grace?
Some parts of it were outstanding. I don't think that they were all of the same calibre, but I think a couple of them really stood out.
Grace, as always, fantastic to have you. Thank you so very much indeed. Lovely to see you. Take great care.
Lovely to have you here, Grace.
It's an emotional day because all four of them want a semi-final place and we've only got two semi-final places left. I think Joe attempts a huge amount. We've said it to her before. The fish was falling apart because it had been poached very nicely. The pea puree, really good. There were some great ideas. Joe's downfall today is centred around the pomme soufflé. They weren't puffing up enough.
She didn't manage to make the tartar sauce. She didn't deliver the dish she wanted to deliver. Joe's competition is over. However, the other three, that is Jackie, Mark and Baz, their cookery was good, very good indeed. You found issues with Baz's food. I just could not stop eating it. The chicken, I think you did very well to stop it drying out. That banana with the light batter and the kind of nutty sesame flavour, I really liked.
My favourite thing was the crispy spring roll. But when you do street food, you're going to go classic. I think it's got to reflect classic street food, and it wasn't a good satay sauce. But you liked it.
Jackie, I'm not particularly a fan of chips, cheese and gravy, but there is no denying the quality of the cookery.
She took a whole duck and then cooked it perfectly. The gravy was rich and delicious. The chips were really nicely made. And it was true to what it should have been. Mark was emotional as soon as we started to eat his food. 3 chicken wings filled with 3 different types of cheese and some sweet corn, which I really liked. The flavours were great. I thought the idea was really fascinating.
I didn't get a great deal of cheese flavour, but the 2 sauces that Mark had put on the dish I thought were great.
Last 2 semi-final places of this year's competition. And we have to make a decision.
I try my best, but you never know because like I've seen the other dishes from the other contestant. So I think, yeah, I need more luck for sure, yeah.
It would really mean the world to get a place in the semi-final. They didn't say I could have cooked it better. So it kind of gives you confidence in what you do, what you like doing.
If I go through, fantastic, I get to cook again, it's amazing. My MasterChef journey continues. I'm really pleased with what I put up. If this ends up being my final cook, so be it. I'll leave with my head held high.
Thank you, all 4 of you, for all your hard work. We have, however, had a very tough decision.
The first contestant leaving us, Joe. Joe, wasn't your day, mate, was it?
No.
Sorry, Joe. Nice to have met you.
Good luck, guys. I'm obviously devastated to be leaving. I'm not surprised in the slightest. I just feel happy that I've got to this stage. Can't wait to watch it on the telly.
Our first MasterChef semi-finalist is Jackie. Our second and the last semi-finalist of this year's competition is Mark.
Thank you.
Baz, honestly, it was so, so close. Sorry to say goodbye to you.
Obviously, I would have loved to have carried on, but the fact that it was really close, I'll take some solace in that. But genuinely, I was really happy with what I put up, so the best cooks have gone through at the end of the day.
Congratulations. Very, very well done.
I'm gobsmacked. I'm like, I can't actually believe it. Yeah, it's a buzz. It really is. It's fantastic. I'm here and I'm in the semi-finals.
No, I still can't believe it, actually. But, like, really happy, really thrilled. I think I will start practicing my autograph. In case, like, if I really won the game, I will start, signing autograph to other people.
Next week, it's the semi-finals.
60 seconds, please.
The best 10 cooks from the heats
You better behave yourself now.
will compete to stay in the competition for the chance to experience the intensity of their first professional kitchen.
We're taking a bit too long on this. Is it going to be a dream come true or is it going to be a nightmare?